Hi, I'm Missy Beach, Senior Financial Advisor here at Wiser Wealth Management. Today, let's talk about what the estate tax and gift tax exemption will do when it sunsets in the year 2026. So right now, the estate tax and gift tax exemption is almost $13 million per person. So most people don't really have an issue with this becoming a burden when they pass. And by a burden, I mean generating estate tax for their estate that they leave behind. So if a single individual can leave almost $13 million, that means a married couple can leave behind almost $26 million. So this is only through the end of 2025. Unless Congress acts prior to then, that $26 million exemption is going to sunset, and with inflation-adjusted dollars, it's probably going to be between $6 and $7 million a person once we hit the year 2026. So what does that mean? If you've given away up to $12 million prior to that, a lot of people panicked at first thinking that, oh, is this going to retroactively require me to pay estate taxes? So the good news is no. So you're all set if you already used your estate tax and gift tax exemption up to $12 million. So the IRS isn't going to go back and require you to pay any retroactive tax on that. You're all set. But it does require some pre-planning now if perhaps you haven't, because we don't know what Congress is going to do. And it's very likely that this estate tax exemption is going to get chopped in half. So if you have an estate that's borderline reaching these new limits, you might want to proactively start gifting it out of your estate. So whether it's the annual gift tax limits of $17,000 this year in 2023. That'll go up another $1,000 next year to $18,000 a year. So that's something to be thinking about. Also, market inflation or market returns and just inflation is going to increase market values over time. So your estate is naturally going to grow. If you're going to be liquidating a business between now and then, you might be generating estate tax value. If you're going to receive an inheritance between now and then, your estate might grow by multiple millions. So there's a lot of considerations where you might not be subject to an estate tax burden now, but in 2026 and beyond, your estate could be subject to the estate tax again, which we had all mostly written off for most taxable estates. Most people don't have 26 million or greater at the current time. But for those of us that could, it's something to be looking at and considering in the future. So let's talk about that at your next meeting if it's something that you think could be important to you in your planning future. So if you have any questions, check in with us. We're happy to help.